Every day nights the city roars. Tune in loud, turn up some more. Cincinnati show, it's time to play. Sports with strawberry ice today. 5:30 sharp, don't be late. TTV, the sports awaits. Strawberry ices on the mic, energy, it's pure delight. Every touchdown, every goal. Feel the pulse, it's in your soul. Cincinnati heartbeats strong. Strawberry ice will lead the throng. Every touchdown, every goal. Feel the pulse, it's in your soul. Cincinnati heartbeats strong. Strawberry ice will lead the throng. Feel the crowd, it's electric now. Shouting loud, they all know how. CTV got what we crave. Sports with ice, it's waves and waves. Tigers strike and Bengals roar. Every game we want some more. Tune it in and feel the thrill. Strawberry ice, he's giving chills. 5:30 sharp, don't be late. TTV, the sports awaits. Strawberry ice, he's on the mic, energy, it's pure delight.
Hey guys, what's going on? We're live down here at Millions Café. Can I get a go Bearcats?
Go Bearcats.
That was again. That was all. That was very
Go
good.
Bearcats! Woo!
All right, now Joe's blown everybody's eardrums out. What's up? We're live down here at Millions Cafe. Come on down for a live sports broadcast. We're here every single Friday at 6:30. It's 6:30, not 6. I remember that now. We're going to be talking some sports. Tee Higgins has got a new agent, same as Jamar Chase. We got the Crosstown shootout. So, like I said, we're here every Friday, 6:30 to 7. Come on down. It's a great time. Sometimes we'll have some special guests. Sometimes we'll just have a drunk guy come on here and talk. But let's bring in my boys. We got Neil and we got Joe. What is going on, boys?
We are the specialist of special guests.
You are the special.
We rode the special bus to get here.
Yes, the short bus. Yes, you did.
Cheers, fellas.
Cheers, boys.
Happy Friday.
I mean, anyways, speaking of specialists, I mean, this is my fifth show this week talking Crosstown shootout, I feel like. So, I mean, overall.
You are the star.
You're getting redundant and road by now, right?
Oh, my mentions,
all the talking points.
my mentions on social media.
Yeah, they're all muted.
My social media has been.
Joe's is not. Yeah, Joe. There you go. Joe's is muted now.
The
That helping?
Twitter mentions this week have been
Yeah.
freaking hilarious.
Oh yeah.
And I've done 6.5 million on Twitter this year. Keep it going and make my weekend enjoyable. Like, come on. Like, it's all over Skyline and Gold Star. Like, y'all can go deeper than that. Like, I know you.
Well, let's be honest. Skyline is way better than Gold Star.
There's a reason.
Not asking you, Joe.
There's a reason it's called the Skyline Crosstown Shootout, and there's why Skyline has 50 million followers versus Gold Star, who has 1.7.
Exactly.
Quality over quantity.
It ain't quality.
Yeah, okay.
Either
Well,
way.
I'll put this. We do like Gold Star's burgers. They are.
It ain't quality either way. It's garbage either way.
Yeah.
Protect your stomachs, folks.
We all need a cleansing, cleansing out every now and again.
Yeah,
And instead of getting
That ain't a proper cleansing. You just need to go take some laxatives.
How the hell did we get on this conversation? Oh
we've
my
entered
goodness.
colon talk, and it is
Yes.
6:34. We are 4 minutes into the show.
We're talking cola talk. Holy crap! All right, so
Literally.
I got quite. We talked about this before the show started. That I said every year that the UC Xavier plays, there's gonna be some random Xavier player that we've never heard of and can't shoot. Will all of a sudden be able to turn around, shoot the ball out of his ass, and make it. Who do you think? Who do you think that's going to be this year? It's going to happen.
If it's going to happen this year, it's going to be Dante Maddox.
Okay.
I think the Toledo transfer is going to be the guy who does it. But the reason I say that is because you look down at Xavier's roster. They're only going to play 8 guys tomorrow. I can promise you on that one. Their roster is completely disassembled. now. They don't have the depth. If Zach Freemantle and Jerome Hunter get into foul trouble tomorrow, it's going to be a complete nightmare for Xavier. And on top of it, expect Zach Freemantle to play 35 minutes. Expect Ryan Conwell to play 35 minutes. Jerome Hunter's going to play 30.
Okay.
They're not going to go deep into the bench. If you get
they're not that deep, so yeah.
Exactly. They're not that deep of a team, but if they get them frustrated and whatnot, if Ryan Conwell has an off night, which he has lit the Bearcats up the last 3 years, stemming from his time at USF and Indiana State last year in the NIT, I think Dante Maddox could be a guy that Sean Miller goes to the bench and say, hey, we know you can score the ball. We know you can shoot the shit out of it from the three.
We'll sprinkle that Xavier Pixies dust on you, and all of a sudden you're going to make shots.
And I mean, look at what happened in this game a few years ago. You look back, D. Davis in 2015 was a 16% three-point shooter, and he comes in and hits 5 of 5.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
It's ridiculous.
But
that's what's happened. That's what
he probably hasn't hit a basket since then.
Right, exactly.
And on top of it, he comes in and goes 5 for 5.
Yeah.
Xavier wins by 2. Like, it's one of these games where it's like, you never know what could happen. Last year, Davion McKnight averaged 7 points a game heading into this one. And then next thing you know, last year goes for 22. Like, it's like, you never know what could simply happen.
Exactly. All right. It's already getting lit up in here.
People are excited to hear us, Jim.
People are excited. I'm so happy you're excited that we're here. She's like hugging everybody at the bar.
Girls' night.
All right, Joe, what's your thoughts? What Xavier player is going to go off on the Bearcats tomorrow, you think?
With how shallow their roster is, I think it's going to take a huge game by Freemantle.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been in 35 since 2016.
Right.
The 35-year-old.
He was recruited by Bob Stack, I think, in the 80s.
Right.
I honestly, I don't know. It's one of those games, and it's happened before, though. You're trying to look at a way that, like, again, trying to be objective, and that's, very well, Jeff. I try my best to look at things as objective as possible.
Yes, it's annoying.
UC should win comfortably because it's at home, but it doesn't matter. So just trying to look, and you're literally just spitballing, throwing shit against the wall to try to figure out who's going to have an out of their mind game against them, which it'll be somebody.
Yeah.
I'd prefer it to be someone who is one of their stars.
Yeah.
Because then we didn't lose because this guy who plays 5 minutes
might be ready for that guy.
They're going to pull like a Brad Colbert off the bench who's a walk-on and do what they did last year. Yeah, that would suck.
But I mean, the spread we talk about, the spread is 8, which
down to 7.5.
Down to 7.5.
Oh, down to 7.5.
Down a point.
Which you said that's a trap. Which, I mean, I think the Bearcats are going to win, but I think it's going to be more like a 5-point win, a 4-point. It's going to be close. I mean, it's either that or UC's going to blow them out, but I really don't think UC's going to blow them out. It just doesn't happen.
I don't think the blowout happens unless you get Xavier into foul trouble.
Right, yeah.
And my concern, Xavier shoots 40% as a team from three-point land. I mean,
going to shoot 50 tomorrow night, watch.
I legit think Xavier's going to win on some kind of tipped in, banked in three-pointer at the buzzer, or UC's going to win by 10, 12 points. It's not going to be it's not going to be a blowout, and I don't think UC's going to win a tight game because they've struggled to win tight games under Wes.
Well, that's the thing where you need that one guy, like I've said a million times here. We need that. We still haven't found that guy to make shots when we need it yet.
Yeah,
which I think it's Themos, but he's got to do it.
The thing I'm worried about with Xavier is obviously I spoke to Sean Miller, Ryan Conwell, Zach Freemantle, Davion McKnight, and Jerome Hunter yesterday.
Mic drop.
With the media availability, Zach Freemantle is very calm. Like, he is okay with walking to any gym and being perfectly fine with being the villain. And that's a mentality you don't want to see heading into a rivalry game.
But you need that, and that's what
you need that if you're Xavier.
I don't think the Bearcats don't have that, or they have that guy. We just haven't seen it yet.
Because I can tell you right now, that student section is going to be lighting him up tomorrow.
Yeah.
And he's going to go out there and perform. Like, he even said, he was like, some people let it get to their heads, but for me, like, talk the trash. I'm there. I'll use it as fuel. And that, when the player says that, I mean, especially a veteran, experienced guy, and Zach Freemantle, I mean, yes, he's been around for so long. He missed the shootout last year.
Yeah.
Worth noting, like, he has all the fuel in the world to come back in here and be 5-0 versus Cincinnati, considering he's 4-0 when he's played. Didn't play last year. Xavier wins. So, I mean, this is a guy who could go out and get a complete sweep over Cincinnati.
Well, and part of the issue is completely lost my train of thought.
That happens. It happens a lot, but we all try to talk.
I had a point, and Neil was talking.
Damn it, Neil!
I know.
It's all my
How
fault.
dare you actually have something important to say?
Jeez, it's very important.
It's. I mean, part of it is. I mean, is Zach Fremantle's kid going to be in the student section? On what side? I mean, again, he's been around there. He's got kids older than you, I think, Neil. Again, Xavier is better at compartmentalizing and embracing that it's a rivalry, but not letting, again, outside of Kenny Freeze and Yancey Gates, and taking care of business and coming in, clocking in, doing, playing a good hard game for 40 minutes, understanding that it's an important game, but not getting over their heads. They're not making all the dumb turnovers. They're not the ones making the crucial mistakes that UC. I mean, UC's gone all the way back to the 90s. Charles Williams dribbling the ball off his goddamn foot.
Why do you bring that up?
It's part of the history. I mean, UC the better program, and there've been years Xavier's been the better team. But I mean, on the
For
whole,
the most part, UC's been.
On the whole,
I mean, I won't say
70% of the time.
Oh well, the last 10 years, Xavier's been.
Last decade, Xavier's been the better. I mean. That they've gone further in tournaments, and UC struggling to get to the tournament.
Now, one thing I was at the coach show last night, and one thing I liked because I asked Wes a question about how this rivalry compares to Duke, North Carolina. One thing he said, he's like, "This game is important to us, but every game is important to us."
Yeah.
And where he's trying, I don't see he's trying to downplay it, but this game is as important as. The Dayton games, and they need to win all of them.
See, I think that's where
go ahead.
I was gonna say I think that's where Cronin screwed up because he played it as this is just another game.
Right.
I think
it's not another game. I mean,
rivalry.
And then you hear
what
Sean Miller said yesterday, right? When we asked him, we we're like, "So what's the importance behind this game?" He goes, "This is the most meaningful game on our schedule. We have had this game circled since the schedule came out."
Right.
When you have that mentality, like everybody knows. Isn't going to come out and say it like that. Like they're not going to circle this one because, especially playing in the Big 12, you know you're going to have to play big games night in and night out.
Right.
But you don't want to.
The meaning, like the win or loss. If you win, that high carries further than a win over Houston, a win over Kansas.
Yeah.
A loss that stings more than a loss.
It lasts all year.
Losing to UCF or some team that you're supposed to beat.
That's where I'm hoping that Wes isn't. I don't think he is, but by that statement, kind of scares me a little. He's downplaying a little bit too much. Where Xavier's going to come in and going, this means everything, which it does. I mean, because as a UC fan, I'm sick and tired of losing this damn game. We haven't won it like Brad said in the comments. We haven't won since Mick was
6
here.
years. Yeah,
and I think
the
difference of that too is you flash back 2 years ago to where Cincinnati was down nearly 20 points at halftime to Xavier. Who did Wes Miller pull out of the stands to go into the locker room and speak with the team?
Kenyon Martin Sr.
Kenyon Martin.
Who's going to be in the house tomorrow night?
Kenyon Martin will be in the house tomorrow. But what did Wes Miller do this year? He flew Kenyon in a day and a half early, brought him to team practice today, spoke with the team today.
Was that on the Jordan jet?
I don't know if he was on the Jordan jet. Can't confirm or deny it. But I promise you, Kenyon gave a pretty lit speech today.
And Kenyon knows because he was on the number one team.
He was 1-3 against them.
Yeah,
you look at what happened.
I think he was on the number one team twice.
Well, right.
It was lost both times.
And look what happened when Kenyon gave that speech in 2022. You were down, 18 at halftime?
Yeah.
Cincinnati rattled all the way back and tied the game up with 11 seconds, and then you lose on some donkey crap foul at the end that shouldn't have happened. But on top of it, the fight was there. But I don't think that fight doesn't happen. That was Martin in the locker room to light you up because everybody knows Kenyon's opinions on Xavier. I don't know if you've seen the video with Gilbert Arenas lately. Have you guys seen that?
Yeah.
Quincy Olivari, who torched Cincinnati last year.
Good Lord, man.
And he fangirled after his first NBA preseason game where he met Steph Curry. And he was like, oh, man, like, that's my idol, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Video goes on. And then Gilbert shows Kenyon that video. And Kenyon goes, where did he go to school at? And Gilbert goes, oh, he went to Rice and then Xavier. And he goes, Kenyon he heard Xavier and he said, man, no wonder why he's soft as shit. I was like, no wonder why he's soft as shit. But I mean, on top of that video went viral. But I think if there's a right guy to bring back for this rivalry, especially with the video that they put out today, shout out Ethan Harrison.
That was absolute.
And Tyler Roy for putting that out. But that is
through brick wall shit.
Oh, I got 5 fouls to give, Coach.
You guys are going to have to show me this video. I didn't see it. I'm sleeping all day. I work at night, so I'm not up on everything. So you have to show me this.
I'm just saying there's 15 fouls sitting at the table if we need to strap up.
I've got I've got eligibility.
Bring-
Surprisingly, I did not burn eligibility. I did not play for
That's
the
shocking.
Bearcats.
Really?
I
thought you were out there with Terry.
I-
You're that old.
I could have.
Damn, are you calling Terry old now?
No, I'm calling Joe old.
You're older than I am. My team, like I'm Steve Logan era. That's my age.
Yeah,
He was,
yeah.
His freshman year was my, we're saying class of '98.
One thing I guess has nothing to do with the game itself. I can't wait to see the damn uniforms.
Good.
Oh,
Lord.
I
the
can't wait
uniforms
to see
are
them.
sick,
Those are so sick, dude.
Yeah.
I want the UC jersey, the black. I'm talking to you, their producer. I want the UC.
Mrs. Jeff's wife.
Yes, I want the UC jerseys that they're wearing tomorrow. I want one of them. Christmas is coming up.
He actually said he wants 2. He wants one to wear and one for the ice cave.
Yes, and then I get some players to sign it. Yes, I want both those. I always got to add stuff to the ice.
But think about the jersey matchup too. Like Cincinnati drops these alternative uniforms. They drop the video and everything. Xavier, like you can't counteract that if you're Xavier. Like
First off, nobody's making money making promotional Xavier jerseys.
No,
Xavier
exactly.
doesn't have like
Xavier's gonna wear.
UC's, and I told Wes this last night. UC's a national brand again. Xavier's not.
That Jordan logo.
Their program needs to reach the level of their of the exposure, but yeah,
It's getting there.
Oh, it's not getting there. It's there.
Yeah.
Well,
That Jordan brand.
the play's got to be. He's saying the play. Which,
right.
Yeah.
So put it. I've only in my entire 44 and a half years life, I've owned one basketball jersey in my life.
Did he say 44 and a half years left?
I have less.
44
I have
and a
a lot
half
less
years
than that left.
of his life.
You got to.
I have a lot less than 44 and a half years left.
That's all that Jim Beam and whiskey coming
Yeah,
in.
exactly.
Yeah. I'm not going to argue. I've got one basketball jersey in my life, and it was Bearcats. It was the one before the brand Jordan, like the Danny Fortune.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got 2 of them. I want my favorite ones. I got the original Oscar.
Okay.
I got that one, and then I've got Maxio.
But I
Jordan
want
brand one.
I want the, what do they call them? The Black Cat or what?
The Black Cat alternative.
Yeah, the Black Cat alternative.
I want that.
Those are
You-
so damn.
You wore the
sick.
Oscar one when we had Terry on, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah,
you wore that
yeah.
a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that one. That actually, the funny thing is, the guy I used to work with gave that to me, and he's about your height. And he messaged me. He goes, "Hey, I got this jersey. I think it'll fit you." I said, "Dude, you ain't got no jersey that'll fit me." He goes, "Trust me, it'll fit you." Because back in the '90s, we wore everything big and baggy. I said, "Dude, this thing was a damn dress on you."
And shout out to him though, because you got to respect the short guys.
Yeah,
That's
well,
5'6". You
I
got to
appreciate
respect.
he gave it to me. I mean, it's a
You got to
nice
respect
jersey.
that.
I'm like, dude, it's badass. I
Short
wear it all the
Kings
time.
represent.
Woo woo.
Got to respect it.
So, all right,
I'm not a Short King, so
with all this, with all this being said here, we're giving Xavier too much props, I think. But
I mean, it's they've earned it.
Oh, they've earned it.
They've
Oh,
earned
no,
it.
totally.
Bearcats need
Yes.
to go out and
Yes.
win a game and make a statement.
yes, I agree.
I will be happy with the 1 point win. I want to see a 15, 20 point win and shove it up their ass.
I want to kick their ass. I want to
That
blow
was,
their doors off.
I can't remember what year it was when Xavier was the higher ranked team. David West, I think it was his senior season, and Bearcats came in and beat the shit out of them.
Kick their ass.
Yeah, kicked them by
That's
like 20, 25
and
points.
honestly,
My brother's wedding rehearsal dinner was on the night, so I didn't get to watch the damn game.
what?
Hey,
All right,
there-
hold on. Who plans
The
a wedding
weird-
around Crosstown shootout?
Yeah,
The
right.
weird one.
That's geez.
I mean, you got to think too. I mean, respectfully, at least it was during basketball season and not football season. But
Ma-
still, crosstown shootout weekend.
It was weird. Okay, I got it was weird as hell. Like I got married on a Saturday in the fall. I don't like. Fuck you if you're gonna miss someone's wedding for a football game.
So, question here. Well,
If you're
boy-
covering it, that's
Yeah.
one thing.
I work at college
As a
sports,
fan,
so, I mean,
but as a fan, people like make a big deal. How do they schedule a wedding on a set? Because fall's the best time to get married. Fuck off.
Well,
a game's not that important.
we got married. We got married in January in Florida. So
I mean, but that works too. But
yeah.
having one here locally in Cincinnati,
Yeah.
you have a limited window of nice outdoor weather. We had an outdoor wedding.
January in Ohio would not be good.
No,
No.
especially not an outdoor one.
No,
Yeah.
not at all. It'd be freezing your nuts off. But all right. So let's
but
let's go with some score predictions here. What do you guys think? How much you think UC? We're all going to pick UC.
I said it on the Bearcat Blitz show on Tuesday. I said it on Thursday, and I said it on our pod last night. That
How
came
many
out
shows
this
do you
morning.
do?
87.
Yeah, I swear I've done a show every day this week. But I'm going to stand on my statement that I've said on all 3 shows, 82-74 in favor of Cincinnati.
You think it's going to be that high score?
Yes.
Okay.
Really?
And I think Dylan Mitchell is going to be your leading scorer.
I picked Mitchell to be the leading scorer. I I think again, it's either going to go two ways. Xavier's going to win by 2 on a miracle shot at the buzzer. Bengals. Bearcats are going to hit a shot with like 2 seconds left to go up by 1. They're going to have a half-court heave or some bullshit.
Yeah,
it's either going to be
close.
tipped or something, and
Yeah.
they're
Or
the Cats are going to win by a dozen.
I'm just saying.
I don't disagree, and I usually don't agree with you, but I don't disagree with any of that. It's either it's gonna be close. And it's funny. It's either be a close win or close loss, or we're gonna blow them out.
Yeah.
Which is kind of the whole spectrum. But that's the thing. It's like I could see that. I really think the blowout part is not going to happen.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a 2 or 4 point lead.
It's impossible to expect.
Right.
Just saying.
And Xavier's still a talent. Their roster's depleted right now, but they're still a good team.
I'm just saying, if Cincinnati wins this game, I need everybody who is listening to this show to head to my Twitter. I got a meme that I'm going to be posting. If Cincinnati gets beat, I already got the approval from the person. It's going to be good. It's going to be a good content.
I'm very well. Hopefully, we won't find out because I don't want UC to lose.
Oh, it's golden content. It's golden content, but I'm only posting it if it's
I hear
a win.
golden content, and I think R. Kelly. That's a different kind of golden content.
Change the topic. Change the topic.
The golden contact.
Cut his mic.
Train has gotten off the tracks.
We haven't had to do that yet because we haven't given a live mic to a drunk person yet, but we'll do that here in a little
Plenty
bit.
of time.
But I'm just saying, if the Bearcats fans who follow me, and I know there's 2,400 of them that do on Twitter, you will know this video for sure. I'll promise you that.
How many fans you got following you on Twitter?
Like 5 real people, and the rest are all bots. Probably. I don't know.
Of course, they're all bots with you.
Joe paid for all the followers.
I'm literally on there to vent. I'm not like I don't have any.
You're venting to the wrong.
I got venting into the void. Like nobody wants to hear it.
If
You're venting to the wrong crowd because if you got the bots on there, then you're tough.
Unfortunately, I follow him. If you ever follow him, I'm going. Sometimes I just want to go. Would you just shut the up?
I get a little unhinged. It's
bit,
mostly sports related, but sometimes it veers off, and it's just having an outlet to vent because nobody wants to listen to me. Like in reality,
do not call me and
right. If you're reading me, like
was it January one? All right, but
if you're reading me on social media, then you're choosing to hear or to to see what I have to say.
Then God help you. No, I'm just gonna follow.
Right. I mean,
I'm kidding.
I like interaction. I like some
Well,
someone
well,
disagree with me or talk. I'm like
Well,
whatever,
the-
but
the
I'm not
thing
there to like. That's he covers sports. Obviously, he's going to have more people because he's got important to say. And you, whatever.
He covers
Awesome.
sports too. That's what we're doing right now,
Yeah,
baby.
Right. I mean,
I think
his
we're
is-
literally on my show talking about sports.
Right, but I know.
Saying.
I'm kidding. Like yours is for your show. I'm just me as
But
a
the thing is,
random.
when you ever start doing your own show
Sure.
on my channel, then you get more.
Well,
followers.
I'll have a different account too. I'll do the account first for the show.
Ah. Have you thought of a name for this show yet?
I don't know.
Joe Schmoes on sports.
Probably.
Ball
Joe
guy,
Schmoes.
former ball guy.
Joe Schmo, the sports hoe. I don't know.
Oh, I like that. Joe Schmo, the sports hoe. There you go. Oh, that'd be good.
You can tell us off the air. It's
Yeah. It's coming up the air. A little Bengals here. So I this is what I said yesterday on the show. Just me. The whole thing going on with Joe and Jamar and what they've said this past week with the signing of T or hopefully potential signing of
4D
T.
chess. That's
And-
what they're playing.
Yeah, and with T firing David Mulligetta, which I've said this for 2 years. I think that's a roadblock. He does not work well with the Bengals. They've never signed a contract.
He doesn't like doing extensions. Is
He
part
wants
of the
to get
thing.
into free agency.
He wants everyone, but and I understand that as someone like you have, especially in football more than any other sport. You've got such a limited time to make as much money. I get it. Like I'm not gonna hate on someone for trying to get or hate on a player.
Right.
But he doesn't seem like someone who's working in the best interests of his clients. He wants to have that biggest number up there so he can
For
hang
himself.
it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So he can have it on a
That's what
banner
I
to
think
get
too.
more.
But the thing is, what I'm saying is, so what this is just I ran it back to the year after the Bengals went to the Super Bowl. All three of them were on press row. They are all none of them signed contracts then. I mean, Joe's the only one to sign a contract, but they all were like, yeah, we want to keep us all together. Joe's like, yeah, after he signed his contract, yeah. However he said it, there's wiggle room. There's stuff in there to be able to keep all three. They've all said that. What I think is Joe's going, all right, I've let you guys try to figure this out, and you royally screwed it up.
Yeah.
T is giving you an olive branch of getting rid of his agent, signing with Jamar's. We need to get this done. And Joe, I don't know if Joe can do anything. I don't know if him and Jamar are talking about doing stuff. But to me, the words he's saying, he knows something.
He's putting pressure on the front office.
Yes, he's talked to. I think they've had conversations. I think Joe.
There are for sure conversations. Like there's not allowed to be conversations from the front office and T, or I guess with his.
Yeah, look, you can talk to him however you. Nobody's gonna know what you're saying. I mean,
right, exactly.
Let's be honest.
I like there's been stuff going on back, behind the scenes. I guarantee when Burrow's contract was negotiated, it's structured so that money can get moved around.
Right.
To restructure his contract.
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah.
Again, it's the only thing I think holding the Bengals back is, especially right now, you look at the state of the team, they need 2 starting offensive linemen. They need 37 guys on defense because the 2 deep is terrible. It is making sure that there's enough money. And again, this is a different conversation than what should have happened when T was eligible 2 years ago. But it's now whether it's wise to sign a wide receiver who's awesome, fucking amazing. Like I love Tee Higgins. He is great when he's on the field, but he's only good for about 13 games a year. And you have all that money tied up in Joe, and Jamar is going to get it back. So that's the only question I think that they need to answer for themselves. I think it's worth it because they can restructure money. There's so many guys that they can get rid of that's just dead weight right now. They have no one else to pay on the roster besides T.
And that's the other thing.
And
that's the other thing that Joe said too.
Yeah.
And one of the press conferences is it wasn't just signing T; it's getting the players in here to however he said it.
Yeah.
Adding to the team, which they do need to do, and they can do it. They have even if you sign T, you sign Jamar. I mean, let's you cut Sam, you cut Rankins, you cut Stone,
you cut Moss.
That's
Pratt, if they were smart.
There's a lot of guys
they're expected to have north of $80 million in free.
Well, and that's
so they have
that's without even taking in example like in case the salary cap jumps more than expected. Exactly. This is just the expecting the salary cap every year is jumping higher than what people are projecting. They could have $120 million in cap space and renegotiate Burrow's push money elsewhere because Jamar's not going to make big money next year.
No.
He's got the 5th-year option, which already has his money. I don't know what 15,
something like that.
Whatever it is. His salary next year,
he can sign through next year, and then the contract,
and they can push it back. Just push forward the guaranteed money and upfront money, and then backload it.
That's where it comes with we always say the salary cap gymnastics. The Bengals got to get into that, which they can do it, and that's the thing. It's like I think Joe's not only putting pressure on them to sign T and sign Jamar, but also to improve the defensive side of the ball, improve the team. I don't think Joe wants to go through a year like this again, where him and Jamar had this historic season, and this defense just absolutely dog crap. Now they played better on Sunday, or Monday night, I'll tell you that.
But that was also with a limited opponent too.
Which I mean, go down the stretch.
But
they don't have.
No, you have the Steelers.
Steelers, that's about it.
I know the Broncos are playing well.
It's not the Broncos playing well. It's Bo Nix playing.
Right, but that goes
also a
hand in hand.
Well,
rookie, whatever. I mean, it's the rookies give Lou Anarumo defenses trouble. But I think they're still a little bit on the limited side, but this is still a defense that has a 13 game track record that,
it's not good. It's not good.
So again, I'm looking, there's a chance the Bengals can make the playoffs. There's a lot of things. Broncos need to absolutely shit the bed coming out.
They got to win the rest of the games though.
Bengals need to win out. Broncos need to lose 3 or 4, and then 2 other teams need to lose 2 or 4. But going forward towards next year, they need to make sure that there is. I think the Bengals are conservative with how they spend their money, so it's Bengals need to get their asses out of 1935, and structure contracts in a modern way to be able because. They have the money and they have the wiggle to afford a lot of different starters. Yes. They nail a draft and they bring in 4 or 5 defensive guys through free agency.
It's fixed.
And they're in decent, they're in good shape. But it's whether they're going to do it.
So Wing here says they can also supplement brand opportunities instead of the money and backload the deal. So there's lots of stuff they can do.
They can, but that's also 3D or a little more outside the box thinking that we don't do. No, what they should do.
Well, they might. You never know.
Is offer the some private equity firm in to come in and buy 8% of whatever. At least see these actually starting to happen now. They're injecting $150 million into the team by buying such a small percentage.
Right.
Like not even a controlling stake. Like the Browns own. I don't know what percentage.
The Browns will never give up control. That's
right.
Yeah.
Right. But they
Let's
own
put that out there. Right.
own. It's got to be at least 90% of the team. They can give up 5-10% of the team, still have an overwhelming controlling stock, and have that injection of cash to bank for these front-loaded deals where you need all the guaranteed money in escrow. So
this is going to be the most, in my opinion, the most important offseason in Bengals history.
It determines whether Bengals are going to have to luck into winning seasons with Joe Burrow or whether they can build a roster around Joe Burrow.
Start when not the one brings truck backs up into Paycor. It's going to need 2 to get Jamar done, and then you got to get T's money on there somewhere. But
Trey needs to get extended.
Trey needs to get extended as well because without Trey, this defense is worse than what it already is.
Yeah.
So
I mean that's the thing, and my whole thing, because up until I don't know what Tuesday, I was okay. It sucks, but T's going to leave. Now my thinking has changed that there's a chance that T's going to stay. Especially now, I'm happy that he signed with Jamar's agent, but they haven't signed Jamar either. So it's not like, oh, okay, it's all better. They still got to sign the deal and figure it out. But I just keep going back to what Joe said. Joe is very calculated.
Yeah,
he just doesn't throw.
He's not
shit
talking out
there.
of his ass.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He knows something that he can hold over them.
Yeah.
That either they agreed to or whatever. I don't know. I'm just saying.
It's called the MVP caliber quarterback.
Yeah.
It's the franchise cornerstone.
Well, you don't say that. You could be an MVP franchise. You don't say that unless you got something that
exactly
that you talk to them about or something.
He understands enough in the front office to be able to apply that pressure.
If they don't do anything, you're like, I thought you could do something.
But that's why he's doing it, because he understands where he can apply pressure.
Right.
Because this isn't him like leaking something just with a wink.
Right.
This is him putting his thumb on the scale.
Right.
And pushing that, like trying to push that for them to make the Bengals. This isn't him like saying, oh, the Bengals aren't going to. This is, listen, fucking sign these guys because we need them, because the defense is crap and I need as many weapons around me as possible while we get this built back up.
I said this yesterday on yesterday's show. Just if the Bengals had kept 2 players, I think this defense would be a lot better. Top 10 or anything, but good enough to have won some of these games. If you kept DJ Reader and you kept Jesse Bates, that changed 2 players. Yeah. 2 players. And that's where the Bengals have done this the last couple years. They don't have a backup plan. They're like, all right, this is how much we're going to pay you, and we're not going to pay you anymore.
We'll find somebody.
But they can't.
Right.
That's what they have.
This is the only time
they figured out.
The only time they did, it backfired on them. They had a plan for Andrew Whitworth. They knew because he was getting older.
Oh boy, he sucked.
Right. Well, right. I'm not.
Well, they did it again with
Obuehi and Jake Fisher.
Well, no, I'm saying when they let Jesse Bates, they thought
Dax Hill.
Dax Hill was,
and that was the guy they draped out of position too. That's the guy who everyone said is
exactly.
And so that's a failure. That's them failing. Yeah. Again, like Obuehi and Jake Fisher. I think Jake Fisher could have been a really good offensive tackle if it weren't for the health issues. He was incredibly athletic for his size. I mean,
he was a swinging friggin' gate. I knew he sucked.
He was injured and he tested terribly. Like
I knew he
recovered from that.
I don't understand.
I knew what they saw when I saw Texas A&M next to the college.
Yeah, like I don't understand what they saw in him to draft someone who was injured in the first round.
Especially when Whitworth was playing his best ball of his career too.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's one of those like I don't. What are you looking at? What film? Again, that's why you need more than 3 scouts. You need cross checkers. You need someone to say, what are you seeing? I'm not seeing this. Let's have this discussion.
And the funny thing is what they did. They hit on free agents like Trey Henderson. They hit it out of the ballpark. Nobody thought Trey would be what he was. Chibe Awuzie, when he was here, nobody thought these are guys that he
was a good player. Or he was a good money for it. It would turn out to be a great player.
Right, which is where I think they thought they could do with Nick Scott. Did not work. Now Geno Stone.
You said it right.
I did. It took me 2 years, and he's not on team anymore.
Right.
But Geno Stone he had a really good year. I mean, on paper, you thought he would be a good replacement.
I think Geno Stone is salvageable. I think in a 3-safety set, I think he'd be a great third safety where he's only playing like a deep third of his field or something. That's a lot of what happened in Baltimore, because they had Marcus Williams and they had Kyle Hamilton, who covered 80% of the 80% of the defense, because that guy was so good.
Well, I mean, wasn't long ago Lou was doing three safety sets.
Yeah, but it's
we had Jesse and Vaughn. We were doing 3.
Yeah, and then we let Von Miller go to Carolina.
Bell.
Von Bell. I wish we had Von Miller.
Honestly, Von Bell
should have never left Cincinnati.
Honestly, the only reason that they should have kept him was for leadership, because he wasn't good. He wasn't good last year. Like, there's a reason that they let him go. He would have been just as bad in terms of on the field play as whoever replaced him, whether it was Nick Scott or
Jordan Battle.
I mean, Battle outplayed him. He just doesn't have the
Battle
he doesn't have the communication. Now. Yeah, Bell's getting just a handful of snaps, only on 3 safety sets.
So Stranger here wants to know how many scouts do you think the Bengals should have?
More than 3.
But I mean, legitimately, go
hard hitting content right there. More than 3.
Yeah, I mean, legit. Go look at how many scouts the Ravens have. Go look at how many scouts the Steelers have. Those are the 2 organizations.
I can tell you right now.
Steelers have it's like 20.
Covering college sports, UC football practice has had an average of 3 to 10 scouts there per practice.
Yeah.
On top of it, I have seen multiple scouts from each team there throughout the season. But it obviously, too, also depends. Like, Cincinnati obviously keeps their guys in-house in terms of scouting.
Yeah.
Some of these other teams, I can tell you right now, Carolina, an example, the guy I've talked to multiple times, lives in Indy, makes an hour-and-a-half drive up to, if he wants to go to check out somebody from Cincinnati, makes an hour-and-a-half drive if he wants to go see someone from Ohio State.
He's got a handful of he's got this list of colleges, and he travels to probably Notre Dame, all the schools in Indiana, probably anything in
the whole Midwest.
Well, I mean, right here in this area, there's a lot of good colleges that you're within driving distance.
Within 2.5 hours, 3 hours driving, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it's not hard.
They're playing. I mean, you can go all the way out to West Virginia, Pittsburgh,
right?
Whatever MAC schools you can go to.
You could hit
the entire MAC is like a 3-hour drive.
You could essentially hit your whole MAC schools. You can go to Pittsburgh. You can go to West Virginia. You can go to Wisconsin. You can go to Michigan, you can go to Iowa, you can go to Iowa State, Northwestern. You can bounce around to so many different schools in this area. Kentucky, even if you want to hit the SEC market.
And as Wings put in 5, no, you need more than 5. You need legitimate. I mean, go.
She said 5 minimum.
I think 5 more minimum. If they want to be a serious organization, and again, they don't. They want to be as good as they can within these parameters.
That's the thing. I guess this is what I'm trying to get to my point here with Joe. I think Joe has already changed this organization a lot. I think he's trying to change it even more by not only saying we got to side T, but you guys got to do other stuff. Because that was the other part of his conversation that he said. Can Joe Burrow, like, if Joe can completely...
What did he say? I mean, all I heard was the thing about T. What did he say about the rest of the... I didn't hear that.
Basically, we got to bring other players in. However he said that. I don't exactly remember the exact words. Somebody in the comments here could probably say it, but he also it wasn't just about T. It was also about improving the organization, improving the guys we have, because he knows we've had T this year. We haven't won much. Right. You need other players, and that's the thing. It's like that's where I feel like Joe is like, look, what we're doing isn't good enough for me. If I'm going to be your quarterback and I want to win Super Bowls, you guys need to get on my level and that's what that conversation I think is to the front office going, look, what you're doing is good enough, not only just for T, for the team in general. And if he can do this, I'll put a statue in the stadium just for him to change the way the organization thinks.
Yeah. Did you hear our favorite ex-quarterback came out and had more comments? The now current high school head coach, Carson, go fuck yourself, Palmer.
What did he say now?
I forget he was on with. It might have been Colin Coward or somebody. Said you can just see it in his face, like Joe Burrow's face. It's just the frustration, and they're starting to lose him.
There's a reason why Carson Palmer is now a high school football coach.
Right. Like dude, shut up. Like, what are you trying to do? Why are you still grinding ass 20 years later?
Everybody tries to look at like Joe, like, oh my God, Joe's frustrated. Joe's pissed off. Of course he is.
Yeah.
We all are.
He's not
But
looking
he's not-
to get
he's-
out, or he wouldn't be pushing the front office to sign Tee Higgins.
Right. If he's not, yeah, exactly. If he's not all in still,
Yeah.
he's not saying the stuff he's saying.
Especially with the numbers he's putting up too. Like he's literally leading the league in every single statistical category.
Can we talk about how good the passing game is with
Awesome.
Dan Pitcher?
Yeah. Oh, it's great. Well,
Which-
okay, all right. So
and-
all
and
right.
while-
I'll bring that up to you. That's
While
a really good
speaking
point.
on that,
Go ahead.
speaking of the passing offense, that passing offense is good because you got your right tackle of the future in Armarius Mims. On the
Armarius
outside.
Mims he's been really
Big
good.
boy, 6'8".
He's
but
been
I mean,
better than what I expected
Exactly.
because of the caliber of.
because he didn't get much playing time
Edges.
in college.
Yeah.
He simply didn't. And then you look out there, he holds Myles Garrett to no sacks.
Yeah.
TJ Watt to no sacks.
Yeah.
And then two other top defensive ends. Like
He's playing. He's
he's
playing
playing
really good.
his best ball.
Parsons got a sack, but it wasn't on him. He got a holding call, but I don't know if it was even holding. It was one of those the same calls. You know how everyone's asking for Trey to get a holding call called because of the rip move that he does.
Well, he should have.
Well, but it's no, because the tackle initiate has made contact and legal contact.
Yeah.
The move that the defensive player makes causes that to be across his because the rip move. The tackle's allowed to do that because he hasn't he's maintained contact and he's not holding. And
It
that's,
looks like holding. I don't know.
it does, and everyone wants a flag, but by the law, that's actually that's the tackle actually playing it right. And Trey, just the move that Trey makes, it works on a lot of guys.
Oh yeah.
But sometimes if a tackle keeps contact and doesn't break contact, then that's a legal block.
All right. So I want to get back to what you said about pitcher, and this you and me talked about this.
Yeah.
At the beginning before the season started.
Yeah, when Callahan was a candidate to leave.
Yes. So, and I said this that I think that with them not having to have the three wide receivers set all the time, that opens it up for them to be able to. And you said this last year, they need to scheme more to get Jamar
Creative,
open.
yeah.
And they have done, I think, a phenomenal job. Last Monday, I don't know what the numbers are, but they were under center a lot more.
Cincinnati
they did
was
play
good when
action
they
a lot.
had the 12
I mean,
personnel
They
as well.
ran
They
they ran under center they ran under center a lot
They are
more than
doing
they had
that.
recently.
I noticed it a ton on Monday night.
Yeah.
And Joe's doing stuff he don't like turn his back to it, but he's doing it, and that's it's
He's going to
pitcher,
get better at it because
it's-
he's not great at play action, but he's going to get better at it the more you do.
right. But that's the thing. It's like it's pitcher. It's I'll give Zach credit too because he's still OC, but I think it is a lot of pitcher. But also, it was addition by subtraction. They had to.
Yeah.
They had to scheme up stuff differently because I don't think Jamar has this year if Tyler Boyd is here.
Probably not because he's running a lot more because Tyler Boyd was strictly a slot receiver. He was not effective if he was split out wide. And you can't, unless you're running 4 or 5 wides, you can't have more than one slot receiver. So, if you look at the route tree and Next Gen Stats, NFL Next Gen Stats puts out the route tree after every game and shows where the release is and where he's where his routes are run.
Mhm.
They're literally run all over the field. He's
Yes.
routes in the backfield, motion, jet motion.
Yeah, he's everywhere.
He'll be lined up in the backfield.
It is
He'll
opening up for
motion.
Jamar.
He'll motion over to the strong side and then reverse so he can get a clean release and run routes from basically unmolested.
I mean, I think our offense is running the efficiently it's ever run.
Right, and if they had interior guys, they'd run the ball so much better too.
So, question for that to I want to get you guys' opinion on this. We all agree they need to at least get one guard, at least, but preferably 2. But what they could do is if and I don't know if this guy can translate, but Scott, the center they drafted,
Matt Lee. Yeah.
Matt Lee. If he can be your center next year and you move Teddy to guard, you only have to get one.
I think the issue is Teddy was an okay guard. He hasn't played guard in a long time, and then you're expecting him to change back, and he needs to be. You need to be a little more athletic because there's guards are going to pull a little more than a center.
Yeah.
I think Karras has one more year. I think you let Lee intern under him again and provide injury protection. But there's a reason that they haven't done that. I think if they thought Karras could play guard, I think they might have tried that.
Yeah, because they benched Volson.
Yeah, I mean he is. I mean, you look at the depth chart, and Volson is listed as the backup.
Yeah,
he's playing left guard because Cody Fort
has got to play tackle.
Has to play tackle.
Yep,
but
without Orlando. But essentially, I'm right there with you on that aspect, Joe, because obviously you would love to see them right now put Matt Lee at center, move Ted Karras to guard.
Well, at least try it
because Alex Kappa has been awful this year. He has been a
He
liability.
had an injury, and like I think since that injury, I can't remember.
I don't think he came back fully healthy. He has been a
Exactly.
liability
and he's been so diminished since
up
then.
front, but for a certain, Cody Ford is a backup tackle in this league.
And a backup guard.
Yeah, he's a backup
Not a star.
in general.
Cordell Volson, 65% of other teams who might be a backup. As well.
I see. Well, honestly, I like Volson as a backup because you have someone who's older, who's more mature, so you're not getting a rookie who's going to shit their bed, and he has 50 some odd, 50, 60 starts in the NFL. That's a good backup to have. He's not someone you want out there 16, 17 games, but if you have to put somebody in, he's got good tape. Like he
He's
can
got
come out
good
there
film on him.
and they don't have to. Like, yeah, he's not very good. He's one of the bottom rung starters, but he can start and play, and he's going to be better than Cody Ford.
Yeah, essentially, but you would like to see
I'd like him
for
to be the
Cincinnati to
extra
get
lineman.
Matt Lee get an extra time,
Yep.
extra reps.
Yep.
Because when he was in college, he was fine.
Yeah.
I can't remember if he was Utah or UCF. He was one of them. I think Utah.
Who, Matt Lee?
Yeah.
Florida.
Florida? Okay.
Yeah.
Straight up
Florida,
Florida
yeah.
Gator.
Yeah, so he was out of Florida. He didn't give up many sacks.
Played in the SEC.
Played in the SEC, has
As
that
the pivot.
experience. But on top of it, you got to give the guy a shot. You have him on the roster as
Yeah.
well. I mean, don't be scared to make some changes because
Yeah.
Alex Kaplan's gone after the
So,
year.
so
Yeah.
the thing, I think my point, my thinking is, and I'm the over optimistic guy. I do think and believe that the Bengals can fix this defense good enough to be able to make the playoffs.
Oh,
Next year.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Can absolutely.
And-
It's a
and
matter
I-
of will and what are the odds.
So to me, it's three people. Get somebody, an interior guy on the defensive line. It's getting lit up in here.
It's getting a little
Yeah, interior
little
line,
vocal.
an edge,
Yeah.
and then add somebody to the safety room. Like if you can do the three safety set, do that. Or because I don't know if
You need a free safety. You need
Yes.
a center fielder.
you do that. You do those three things just on the defense side of the ball, and you can do two of them through free agency. I think first round pick you can get an interior guy or an edge, and guard you can find one second round,
Yeah.
third round. Now you got to hit on everything. I mean you can't miss, but it can be done.
I think for 2025 to be a contender and to be a legitimate title contender, which when you have Burrow, that's what you need to be angling towards. It's not, we want to make the playoffs this year, try to eke in the playoffs. No, you have that quarterback. You need to be you want to be angling first bye. I think for all of your defenders that you want to replace, I think you want to bring guys in free agency because it's more of a known quantity. Yeah, they've struggled. They've had some misses last couple of years.
Yeah.
But you don't want somebody there who's coming in to see an NFL speed for the first time and spending the first half of the year acquitting themselves to the speed and to the tempo and playing
Right.
behind someone who sucks. You want somebody who's, even if it's just an average, even if you're just getting someone, a safety who's somewhere in the 30s in terms
Yeah.
of ranking.
Well, yeah, as long as it's a three tight end set.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
All right, let everybody know we are live down here at Millions Cafe. We're live down here every Friday night at 6:30. It's getting crowded here. I know we got a graduation party here, right? Is the graduation boy here? We got any other parties going on? Well,
I don't think they can hear us.
I don't
but
think anybody can hear me right now. But
there's
so loud.
somebody who graduated MT school tonight, correct?
He's
Is
not here
Jason-
yet. Ah,
Damn it, Jason.
I was gonna give him a shout out. He's not here yet. He's getting drunk up the road.
No.
Well,
Hey, that's a
when he
great.
gets here, if I'm still on the air, I'll give you a mic so he can talk. not you, him. He can talk. All right, so the finish the show up here. Let's talk some. I know the head done.
We have a Reds luminary here. Now he's not not here for us.
He's not even listening to us right now. He just looked at me. He's not listening to us. But
Don't worry, we're not calling you.
we're not calling you out. But
Yeah.
I'll put it this way: the one thing the Reds need to do, if they only do one more thing,
Power bat, baby.
power bat in the outfield.
They need two guys.
I know, but if they only do one thing, they at least have to do that.
Oh, absolutely. And this is, it's funny because you still hear them. And I'm getting tired of hearing the Reds checked in on. The Reds were in on Garrett Crochet. The Reds checked in on all these guys. They're still
Do
looking
something.
for starting pitching. They are going after Roki Sasaki because he is just subject to international international free agent rules.
You think they're going to get him or got a shot at getting him?
Yeah. The Reds actually have one of the because of how the rules are. Reds have one of the highest. Right. Well, one of the international, the highest international money pools for this coming year.
Nice.
And I've heard people say, and again, I don't like. He'll probably sign for the Dodgers or the Yankees just because of exposure and the future, just to extend a contract with him. But there have been stuff saying that the Reds, or that a Midwest team, this is from other agents, that he might fit well with the Midwest team just to kind of just to get accumulated and acquitted more to American life.
Well, they were on Shohei at first too.
Well, yeah, I mean, you would be dumb not to put together a presentation, and the Reds put together a presentation. Like
we did get Shogo Akiyama.
Yeah, I was gonna say we did get Akiyama,
and look where that went.
Yeah. If a tree falls on his wife in a forest and no one's there to hear it, did it really fall on her?
Why does he always gotta go there?
Why do you gotta go so deep?
That was a bad omen. He signs right before COVID. His wife is wandering through Sharon Woods, and a tree falls on her.
Oh my God!
Shitty is that?
But do you? Hey, what's up? How are you? Yeah, thanks. Do you think the Reds will do more stuff? I mean, they're still top because I'll put it this way: lately, even in 2020 when they signed all those guys, it really didn't. They signed Castellanos still damn near February.
Yeah,
I mean, it seems like the Reds do.
I'm going to go. I'm going to go
the
out on a limb and say they get Lubov.
You think they get who?
Lubov.
Okay.
Luis Robert.
Okay.
Sorry,
it's loud in here. I'm having a hard time hearing you.
What's that?
Exactly. I said it's loud in here. I'm having a hard time hearing you.
They're in on these guys, but they're also going to be in on more starting pitching, which means they're going to be trading.
Okay.
They're going to be trading Andrew Rabbit, or they're going to be trading. I don't think Lauder would be on the market, but Chase Petty. Because they're going to have too many starters. You can't bring in another major league starter legitimately because you already have 7-8 guys that are, you want all those arms, but a lot of guys would be not starting who is making starting pitcher money or deserve to start.
I mean,
Andrew Rabbit is either starting for the Reds in 2025 or he's starting for another team in 2025. He's not going to the minors. But
he's not going to the minors. No,
right?
No,
and nor should
he's pitched too good to be in the minors.
Nor should he.
And he's pitched too good not to start.
Nick Martinez is making $22 million. Yeah, he's got that flexibility, and if he struggles, he can go to the pen and be dominant. But you're paying that money for him to be in the rotation.
Yes.
So if the Reds make a trade, there'll be a starter involved in some trade. Hey, Luis Castillo is back on the market. Maybe they'll take Christian or Edwin Arroyo and Noelvi Marte back. They can take Jake Fraley and Brandon Williamson back too. I'd love to have that guy back.
Luis, it'd be nice.
That guy was good.
Yeah, he is good. Don't get me wrong. That would be a good thing. Neil, what's your thoughts? We've been doing a lot of talking here. What do you got?
I mean, realistically, you would love to see them add another pitcher. But on top of it, like what Bronson said the other night, you have your quote unquote number 2 guy.
Bronson's being conservative. He wants another year of it. Hunter's a number 1.
Hunter's
I
wouldn't call him an ace yet, but he's a number 1 starter.
But he is your number 1.
Bronson has forgot more about pitching than me ever will know.
Right.
So
and it's not that like he's.
I get what he's saying.
I think his point is he did it for 1 year. He's got to do it for more to be an ace.
Yes.
No, he
is essentially Cincinnati's number 1. But the thing for Cincinnati is
he's a legit number 1, not just the number 1 starter in the Reds rotation.
The more pitching you have with this collective group is great because you know how the injuries have hit Cincinnati over recent years.
Right. And that's why, like, again, they have 8 guys right now. They're still looking to bring in more, which means somebody's going.
Which I'm okay with.
And I'm cool with.
There's 2 things that I think Cincinnati or baseball fans get twisted. You can never have enough pitching, and I'll take as many damn shortstops as you can give me because they can play anywhere.
Hilarious people were losing their mind when the Reds, because all the trades,
and
then they drafted shortstops.
Draft more.
Do you understand where where your best player in high school is?
Shortstop.
He's pitching and playing shortstop, or he's a catcher.
Those.
So
I would draft
they can be moved. They're athletic enough to play elsewhere.
Yeah.
So people like losing their mind.
Right.
I saw in the Reds, they had the draft lottery. The Reds ended up at 9th, and someone mocked them. A shortstop is the 9th prospect as of right now, a high school shortstop. And I'm just waiting for people to be like, why are they getting why they don't need another
oh my God, we drafted another shortstop.
Hey, that guy might be a right fielder or third baseman by the time he makes it, if he makes it to the majors. Like, chill out.
They could be where that's the thing is like a shortstop can play anywhere.
Yeah.
I like that. So pitching, shortstop, and he said catchers, and that's one thing. Let's talk about backup catcher. Who are the Reds going to have?
I think I'm going to go with Brian McCann.
Really?
Yeah, he's.
You don't think Mally's coming back at all?
No, he's gone.
Okay.
Brian McCann isn't Brian McCann or
you're thinking James
McCann. I mean, sorry.
I was about to say Brian McCann's been out the
Brian
league.
McCann's
He's been
pretty
gone
damn
for a
good.
while. James McCann isn't the same James McCann that's been that we think of. He's a quality backup guy. He's a guy that is still a decent defensive player. Has pop in his bat. Now it's he's not league average bat anymore, but he's going to give you more than what Luke Mailey did on offense and not hurt you on defense. I think they again, as everybody else, the Reds are linked to him, but for a low end guy who's a backup catcher, I'm going to be more optimistic that they bring that guy in than anybody, than bringing a Garrett Crochet or something like that.
Yeah, so like I said, there's still time that they can do stuff, and I do think they're going to do multiple things.
Yeah,
I mean, like I said, if they only do one, they got to get a bat, but I do think they're doing multiple things, and the winter meetings anymore seems like they're there to which set stuff up.
Yeah, you'll see. I mean, big stuff happen. I mean, Soto signing and Crochet, and there's some trades, but baseball offseason runs until pitchers and catchers report.
Right.
I mean, this isn't
it's going to be here before we know it. We're damn near in January. I mean,
we're 100 days from opening. About 100 days from opening day.
I can't wait.
I know.
Usually, pitchers and catchers report on what Valentine's Day,
right
before.
I mean, that's your. I mean, that's your kind of marker there. I think they're reporting on the 12th this year, but Valentine's Day is
yeah. And
safe assumption.
And just let
it's
everybody
not
know,
an important holiday,
right?
Just to let everybody know, opening day we will be down at the Moron Lager House again doing a live show down there. We had a blast last year. Joe was there.
Brad gets it.
20 scouts.
20 scouts in addition to the one. Yeah, that's an NFL scouting department.
Okay, well, we'll go back to that. Well, I just said you can't have enough pitching. You can't have enough shortstop. You can't have enough scouts.
Right.
I'll take as many scouts as you can get.
Right, and that's just sheer greed.
But when was the last time they added scouts?
I don't know.
Right.
And that's the thing. Like, it's malpractice. I don't understand it. And it's one of those things. You have to pay money to scouts.
Yeah. How much? A scout that make how
I
much
don't
money?
know what a scout makes. If you just add $1 million just for scouts.
Hate to interrupt. The graduate is in the building.
The graduate is here.
The graduate is in the building.
The graduate
is
has
that the
made
graduate?
The graduate is
graduated.
in the building.
Hey, graduate! Woo!
Right.
And he's wearing UC gear.
And he's wearing
Bearcat stuff.
There you go. Yeah, that's my boy. We like that. Yeah.
And we'd love to hear your predictions, Jason.
Wait, you got a prediction for the
Do you
game
have any
tomorrow night?
predictions? We got a microphone for you. You got any predictions for the shootout?
Here, you got predictions?
Cats by
90?
90. I love it.
All right,
Let's
I
go.
like that. I like that. I see you happy congratulations, but that's not really a song. So, but yeah, I wish I would love to get. I mean, I'm nowhere qualified, but get paid to be a scout. How cool would that be?
I know that'd be fun.
Hey, Jonah Hill did it in Moneyball. Shit, if he did it, I can do it, right?
Right, exactly. Jonah actor. That's not that wasn't.
Just saying.
It wasn't actually him.
He did a great job in the movie. If he could do it right,
Right.
he could do it.
Exactly.
That would be a hell of a job. If you're,
That'd be fun.
if you, and maybe because your kids are grown and out of the house.
Yeah.
And
I like going to Bengals practice and just watching.
well, right, but you wouldn't be going to just Bengals practices. You'd be going to Bengals practices. You'd be going to Colts practices, Browns practices, and then going to every college practice.
Yeah,
Nobody goes to a Browns practice because nobody wants to watch Deshaun Watson.
Right, I know.
I go to the Brown. I'll go to the Browns practice and just do this the whole time.
It would be an awesome job for someone who's a lifer or someone who's got grown kids or doesn't have kids.
Well, that's why I have grown kids. That's why I
Right.
can do this show
Exactly.
now. When my kids were little, I couldn't do the show.
Right.
I didn't have time.
Yeah.
So
I understand wholly.
exactly. So again, we are live down here. We're here every Friday. This is the biggest crowd we've had. So I hope you guys are here for us. I know you guys are here for us.
Shout out to the group right here with all your festive attire.
Yeah, I like this.
I like the Miller Lite sweater.
What are we celebrating over here?
It's just a Christmas party.
What, you guys just having a Christmas party? Just hanging out, just drinking? What are you guys doing?
I love it.
Shout out
Very
the Miller
festive.
Lite sweater. That's a good sweater.
That's a good ugly Christmas sweater. Yeah, you got the socks on too? Oh,
Got a
I
whole
like
fit,
it.
baby.
I like it.
Somebody wants some swag. That's fantastic.
Hey, is that a bucket of Miller Lite I see too on the table?
There we go.
There it is.
There you go. There you go. So we're live down here every Friday from 6:30 to 7:30. Come on down and enjoy the fun. We talk sports. We talk shit. We talk to drunk people. But we have to talk to usually some drunk people grab a mic. Does anybody want to grab a mic and say anything before we get out of here?
Anyone drunk to want to talk on microphone?
Anybody drunk enough to want to talk yet?
Or obnoxious enough?
I
Yeah.
want all the
Anybody?
Crosstown shootout debates
Yeah,
right now.
Hang on.
What?
Are there any Xavier fans in the house?
Yeah, we got any Xavier fans.
Keep booing louder.
Keep booing. Are there
louder.
any Xavier fans? This is a Xavier-free zone. Let's fucking go.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. Let's go.
We got down the drive going. Let's go.
That's something. God, I love this bar. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. So we got. I know we all say Cats by 100, but any
Cats by 90.
score predictions or anything? No. Some crazy fan is going to, or Xavier player is going to go off and shoot be able to turn around, shoot his butt out, basketball out of his butt, and make something.
Hey, if
happens all
there's
the time.
any Xavier fans in here, realistically, I do write for Rivals.com, Cincinnati's beat writer.
But he's a Bearcat fan.
My mentions and DMs are open. Let's talk about it.
He wants to talk
Let's
shit
talk
to you on
about
Twitter.
You slide into his DMs.
You want people to slide into your DMs, Sam?
No, I just want to use that meme I got.
All right, guys. Well, it's 7:30. I think we're going to wrap this up. Again, come on down to Millions. Next Friday, we'll be here live at 6:30. Hopefully celebrating a Bengals win. Hopefully celebrating a Bearcats victory. Neil, you already plugged yourself, but plug yourself again anyway.
Yeah, so obviously you guys can find me for CincinnatiRivals.com. Over on at MyerNeil6. I'm the co-host of the Bearcat Blitz show with Ron Feldman, and then I do the Bearcat Tip-Off Talk show with former Bearcat Alex Meacham and my boss, JT Smith.
There you go. All right, Joe Schmo,
Yes, sir.
do you have any parting words for Bearcat Nation on Shootout Eve?
No excuses. Win the goddamn game. Shut the team from Norwood up.
The community college?
What's that?
The community college?
Norwood Tech.
70,000 a year wasted.
Yeah, exactly. They're hemorrhaging enrollment. They want to start up a football team when they're losing enrollment. I don't understand it.
Make any sense.
If you guys
What are
want
they
to,
gonna
if you guys
play,
want,
NAI?
right? I have no idea. They're going to play at Walnut Hills High School. You guys want to follow and like read the pointless. He just yelling
he
into
will
a
have
boy.
a show
My Twitter
coming
handles
out.
here.
He's going to have a show on the channel here
Yeah,
sometime.
I'll have a new show here starting at some point. The details forthcoming. I have no idea what I'm going to talk
And maybe
about. I
Neil
have
will
no
too.
idea what it's going to be
We'll
called.
see.
I will be as obnoxious as possible. You guys know what you're getting with me, gentlemen.
Exactly.
This was a fun night.
This was a fun night.
It's been
Really
fun. It's been an absolute blast. I thank everybody for showing up tonight. It's been great. We'll give a shout out to my sponsors before we get the heck out of here. And hold on, let me get rid of you guys here real quick on the internet and bring myself up. There we go. All right. So shout out to shut up. Shout out to Priority Lawn and Landscaping. If you guys need any lawn and landscaping, take care of it. You need snow removal, give Priority Lawn and Landscaping a call. Also, shout out to Midwest Best Barbecue. Some of the best wings around. Go check them out. I'll get you some CTB wings, some Uno wings, some Dillinator, some G-Funk. Go tell Tim Nicole I sent you. Also, in the market for windows and doors, check out Meyer Windows and Doors at www.meyercincinnati.com for all your window and door needs. And I know we're at Millions, but we're on the east side. So my west side peeps, you want to drive over here, go check out Hail Mary's. It's your ticket to the game. It's a big-ass TV screen, beer specials, food trucks. It's an awesome, awesome place. And then live this Tuesday. Last Tuesday, we had a great show. We had Arroyo on the show. I don't know who the guest is this week. I'm trying to reach out to get a good guest, but we're live at the Moreland Lager House each and every Tuesday from 6 to 8. Happy hours from 3 to 9. That means $5 drafts, well drinks, and $2 off appetizers. And it's also a prime rib Tuesday. And I have one more tailgate Mercedes-Benz at Fort Mitchell club at the Moreline Lager House. It'll be for the Browns game. Open bar, open buffet. Best deal in the bank, $75. Get your tickets at Moreline Lager House social media platforms or check out mine. Other than that, you guys have a wonderful Friday night. One more week to go, and I'll actually be back to normal life. I won't have to work so much at UPS. This will be a lot of fun. Other than that, that's just sports, baby. See ya!
Weekday nights, the city roars. Tune in loud, turn up some more. Cincinnati show, it's time to play. Sports with strawberry ice today. 5:30 sharp, don't be late. TTV, the sports awaits. Strawberry ices on the mic, energy, it's pure delight. Every touchdown, every goal. Feel the pulse, it's in your soul. Cincinnati heartbeats strong. Strawberry ice will lead the throng. Every touchdown, every goal. Feel the pulse, it's in your soul. Cincinnati heartbeats strong. Strawberry ice will lead the throng. Feel the crowd, it's electric now. Shouting loud, they all know how. CTV got what we crave. Sports with ice, it's waves and waves. Tigers strike and Bengals roar. Every game we want some more. Tune it in and feel the thrill. Strawberry ice, he's giving chills. 5:30 sharp, don't be late. TTV, the sports awaits. Strawberry ice, he's on the mic, energy, it's pure delight.